It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police have released a description of a man wanted over a hold-up on a Lake Macquarie service station. The man entered the Caltex outlet on Wilsons Road, Mount Hutton, just before 9 last night and threatened the attendant with a knife while demanding cash. Emily Waters from police headquarters says the man was handed some cash from the till and ran off.
He's described as being about 180 to 185 centimetres tall, with olive skin and of a thin build. He was last seen wearing a blue beanie with white writing, a white bandana across his face, black leather jacket and dark pants. Anyone with information is urged to contact police or Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
People Power has won the day to protect the Mumbo wetlands at Salamander Bay from a housing development. Plans for a duplex on the site have been withdrawn by the developer after a public outcry. The community campaign to save the wetlands began last year when the state government sold surplus education land, which includes a portion of the koala habitat, later admitting it was a mistake. It's hoped the land can now be compulsorily acquired by council and retained as a reserve. Novocastrians will soon be able to hire an electric bike to get from A to B across the city. The state government is backing a trial of an e-bike network by a Newcastle-based company. It will see 100 bikes deployed in the bike-sharing network, along with 156 docking points and 19 stations across the city from next year. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, says it's part of the government's on-demand public transport trial.
This is part of a worldwide trend, there's no doubt about it. It is moving very much away from sort of rigid timetable, limited options on transport that we're probably used to. The world is moving to more of this on-demand and a great variety of transport, and it's good to see that Newcastle is tracking well with that.
It's been the butt of jokes for years, but the time has come for the Queen's Wharf Tower to be torn down. Newcastle Council last night voted to demolish the 30-metre observation tower by the middle of next year. The tower's unfortunate shape has been regarded as an embarrassment to the city by some, but more importantly, it's costing ratepayers hundreds of thousands of dollars each year to maintain, is often the target of vandals, and doesn't provide wheelchair access. Boolaroo and Cardiff will soon be better connected with the missing link on Moneybung Road set to be constructed. Trees, cycleways, a footpath and street lighting are also part of the plans, with construction set to begin next year and finish by the end of 2018. Lake Macquarie Mayor Kay Fraser says there are many benefits to building the road.
We've set the money aside and we actually got some money from the federal government, and that's to open up the old Pasminco land. So that will release all that land and great opportunities for residential and also for economic development.
Oz Harvest is urging everyone in the Hunter to think twice before they throw out unwanted food this Christmas. The silly season is when people tend to buy the most unnecessary food, so Oz Harvest is encouraging everyone to either not buy as much or donate to them what they don't use. Newcastle manager Monique Maguire says the simplest way to reduce food waste is simply stopping and thinking.
Write a list of what you need and actually stick to that list. And at Christmas time, have a think. Do you really need to buy a turkey, a ham, a pork, chicken and prawns? Maybe you only need a couple of those things.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
Newcastle Jets coach Ernie Merrick believes goalkeeper Jack Duncan will be back from a foot injury sooner than expected, but has confidence in his replacements in the meantime. Merrick says the time away could keep Duncan motivated.
Fortunately, we managed to sign a very good backup player in Glenn Moss. And since then, we've brought in Ivan Nichevsky. So we've got two experienced players to fill in. So he'll come back, he'll be right. It's good experience. You sit at the side, you get hungry.
The Knights are putting together another offer for star playmaker Mitchell Pearce with a price tag of $1 million a season. With around $2 million of their salary cap to be spent before next season, the significant offer will be put to Pearce's management team later today. Pearce met with Knights coach Nathan Brown last Friday to talk about his potential role. And the Cessnock Goannas will find out the court verdict of new signing Paul Carter later today. The former NRL player has pleaded guilty to supplying a small quantity of cocaine in May this year. That's sport. I'm Tynan Salamone.
And the winning numbers in Oz Lotto are 16, 3, 9, 7, 28, 35 and 19. And the supplementaries are 10 and 1. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.